Okay, welcome back to a brand new video. Today's going to be a monthly moments. Um, yeah, I wasn't really planning on doing one of these, I won't lie. Um, Basically, one of the only reasons why I'm doing this is because I was going to do FIFA. I was going to do Wolves career mode, and then it's kind of my fault in the end. I was just like, I was getting ready to start it. I was a little bit late, and then I got onto it, and there's an update, and it's still going on. Actually, I think it's finished now, which is a bit annoying. But yeah, it was honestly on for so long, and I was just wasting so much time. I was like, you know what, we're just gonna move on now, and um, yeah, here we are. Um, but yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you do, then make sure you like, subscribe, all that good stuff. So yeah, I'm kind of a bit of a mess right now. So yeah, I wasn't actually going to do this one yet because I guess it hasn't been too long, but we've only had 3 games in this month, and it's pretty much done now. So yeah, okay, we're all good now. I apologise for the lack of professionalism. So we're going to be talking about the month of March. We played 3 games. Um, we played 3 games this month. Started with Man City on the 2nd of March. We had Aston Villa on the 6th, and recently we had Liverpool on the 15th. So I guess the first place to start is that Man City game. Um, yeah, won't even lie. Um, just a very, like, I know we play poor in first halves, but like that was something like I've never seen before. Like it was bad. It got quite bad. Um, I've got like I'm even trying to think. Like I just nothing we didn't right. I saw like an XG or something, which I'm not into like XG and stats like that. I just can't be arsed with it. But our XG for that half was, I think, 0.00. Like there was nothing, we had no chances. And I remember we was playing Adama as a striker, which I'll get what Nuno's thinking, because last time we went there we won 2-0 with Adama as the striker, but he didn't start the whole game there. He was playing as a bloody right wing back, pocketing Sterling. He didn't play there for the whole game, and if he did play there for the whole game, then we definitely would have won that game. I'll tell you that now. We wouldn't have won that game if Adama was up front for the whole 90 minutes. Um, but I get, like, we need, especially against a team like Man City, they're just like unreal at the moment. So we need to be a bit more cautious and stuff like that. And I get it, and it just didn't really go to plan. It didn't go to plan at all. We was just pretty awful for the whole, especially the first half. I guess the only positive we could take, it was only 1-0. They had another goal which was offside, but I mean it was like, I know like offsides now like fingernails, but like that wasn't even that. That was like, just honestly, it was, I just don't know. I just don't know how that wasn't given as a goal, to be honest. But um, yeah, the first goal was Dendonka again. I'm not gonna blame Dendonka for the own goal, because like, if he didn't get there, then Sterling's at the back post and he's just gonna tap it in. So I'm not gonna blame him for that. But I don't know. I just thought, like I said, I'm not gonna blame Dendonka for that. But I thought Dendonka was still the worst player on the pitch. I thought he was just so bad. He was just like, he was awful. I just thought it was really bad, and yeah, and yeah, that first half was just nothing. The game, no confidence at all. But that's just what like, we're used to that now. Wolves fans are used to that. We're just used to doing absolutely nothing in the first half. Like, we might as well just not even watch it. Like, most of the times I come, like, kind of like the Liverpool game and stuff like that, and the Villa game. Like, watching with my dad, I go downstairs, and then I don't like really expect much. Like, I sit there. Sometimes I go on my phone a little bit, but throughout the first half, I don't. I pay attention, obviously, but I'm like, we're not gonna do anything here. Like, even if we're playing like Chorley, we scored the goal in the first half, but that's it. That's all we done for the whole game. Um, but yeah, it's annoying. It's really annoying. So and then, is to be fair, in the second half we done a lot better. We done better. Actually, can we really say that? I guess we done better. We attacked them more at least defensively. We got worse, but in an attacking sense, we actually done a little bit better. We actually had a few shots, which if you didn't know, that's how you win games. You have to take shots, and if you get them on target, great. If they go in the back of the net, even better. Um, and we saw that when Connor Cody, for some reasons, in the opposition's penalty area, getting a nosebleed from how high up the pitch he is, he goes and scores a goal. And to be fair, the ball in from Joao was really good, and he needs to do that more. To be fair, his 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 free kicks and his corners have been a little bit better. Where like short corner, like I don't want to get started on short corners, but it was actually a really good ball in, and you could just see from watching the replay, just Cody wanted it more. He wanted to get there more. He gets there, and he does really well. I guess it's not like the greatest header. It's not like a really clean header into the top corner, but he scores it. He scores a goal, and yeah, we drawing at that point, and we should have been at least 3-1 down at that point. Um, I remember Rui make some really important saves. To be fair, um, but yeah, we score that. We go 1-1, and for the next 10-15 minutes after that, we could have had another one. To be fair, we was on top. We was creating chances. We had a couple more shots in them 10 minutes. Like we was really pushing them. We was on the front now, and in the end, we just didn't take the chances that we had. And then the longer it went on, a 1-1, the longer we just started to like slowly fall back and be like, okay, it's getting late now. We'll take the draw and move on. We didn't keep going, or we just wasn't clinical. That's just it. We're not clinical. We can't take our chances. And then yeah, there's so many goals. I can't even remember what happened. There was about 3 goals in 10 minutes. I can't even remember. Like think which one was the second one, which one was the third one. I just don't know. But yeah, it was. Yeah, I'm literally trying to even think. I remember Mahrez was really good on the day. I remember that he scored a good goal. Um, I can't even remember. I remember the Ottazeri one where he's literally his first touch on the ball. And yeah, he knows it's a mistake. He knows he's done wrong, and it's just one of them things, in it. Like the kids are what 19 is a year older than me. Oh, he might be 20. I'm not sure, but yeah, he knows he's done wrong, and that was just really poor. It was really poor, and he knows he's going to learn from that now. And it's a good thing to get them things out of the way right now, because we don't want that happening in a few years when he's more experienced, and that will only make him better. Having things like that, and obviously that one against Brighton as well, where he misses the chance. That's normal for him. So he knows he's done wrong. I'm not gonna like bait him out, because it wasn't his fault. He was on the pitch for 10 minutes, and he's not the one that was poor for the whole game. Like I said, I thought Dendonka was like just really bad. Like I know he's been bad for like a few weeks, but that game against Man City, I thought he was like, I don't know, he was just like even like, I don't know, I just don't know what it was about him. He's just so like, he looks so like awkward on the ball sometimes. He just doesn't know what to do, and he puts himself in these awkward situations where he gets the ball and like he sometimes wants to pass it out, and then like he backs himself into the corner, and then they get a throw in right. Like I don't know, it's just so awkward. And like I said, I'm not gonna blame him for the goal, because it's an own goal and he was trying to get rid of it, so you can't blame him for that. But just his whole game in general was just really bad, and no one really had a good game. To be fair, I thought Brewery, probably without Rui in goal, could have been even more. Um, so yeah, overall it just wasn't a good game. We just kind of, I know it's Man City and like they're the best team in England right now, but we just give them like too much respect, and we just didn't. That first half was just like awful, and it was just so like bad, and just yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know. Um, but yeah, we move on to to the game against Villa, and yeah, um, how do we Okay, there we go. I'm just trying to get the stats up at the moment because, yeah, we just. I mean, it says they only had one shot on target, but the woodwork about 5 times. So the stats don't really do much justice, I guess, in a way. Um, but yeah, the game, yeah, the game against Villa. Again, it's like I'm saying the same things over and over again. To be fair, we were just like the first half. What was it? The first minute, maybe it might be in the first couple of minutes. Was it Ollie Watkins maybe as a shot and he just rattles off the crossbar? I'm like, on another day, that's hitting the crossbar and going in. Um, and then I'm pretty sure he wasn't too far after that. I actually can't remember. Was I think they had a corner. They might play it short or something, or they crossed it in, and was it Consa or someone who else who hit the post or went really close? I can't remember the game, but again, the first half was just it was just non-existent. I thought it was quite bad, and yeah, it's just the story of our season. We just can't get going in games. I don't know why. And again, it was even more worrying where after the game, where Nuno doesn't even know. Like it doesn't even seem like that's his tactic anymore. Like we just seem so like poor, and it's not even like that. You could say like in other seasons where we would contain and we was like defensively really strong and we could hold teams out, but now we just can't even hold teams out. Like we're just letting it's just like shooting drill for some of these teams. Like we're just letting them have shots. We're letting them just run through us, and we're not even like defensively solid anymore. That's just a problem. Like when like you could say last season when at points we wasn't attacking, but you could say we were still defensively really solid. Like this season, we're just not even defensively solid. Like we can't like we're just so leaky, and we just give away so many opportunities. Like so, and some of the goals we conceded are just so like avoidable, and it gets really frustrating at points. And again, it just seemed like the idea was, oh, let's get it to Neto and let him run 30 yards and get a shot away, and that's what he did sometimes. And I thought, to be fair, Martinez had a good game. He controlled his area well. He made that brilliant save against Cody right at the end, and yeah, it seems Cody's our biggest threat, and that tells you there's a big problem when Connor Cody, who's had one shot on target in about 3 years of Premier League football, is your biggest threat. Then that tells you there's a problem going on. It tells you the problem. But yeah, we had again. It was a 0-0 draw, and it was probably fair in the end because they hit like I said, they hit the woodwork about 5 times. We missed basically 2 open goals, so yeah, yeah, that one for Sace. Yeah, it's not even like it's not even like the ball comes really quick at him, and you can be like, okay, fair enough, it's come really quick at you. You can't really control it, but it hasn't really. It hasn't come quickly. It's come slow, to be honest. Like it's come really slow to him. It's just hit it too well. That's what you can say. He just hit it too well, and he somehow got it over the crossbar from that close, which is quite impressive. To be fair, you might as well give him a goal for that because from getting it over the bar from that distance is quite impressive. But yeah, that was just like frustrating because it just felt it's just typical, in it. It was just not like after that it was like we're not gonna win this. Like after that, and then the one which was even closer to the end, the one from Cody. Um, Again, was that from a short corner? Maybe it was definitely from a corner. And I can't remember. Was it one of their midfielders? Maybe he tries just passing it backwards for some reason, where like he could easily just hoof it forward or do something, go forward, but he passes it back into the box where all of our players are, and then he ricochets somehow, and then Cody gets it, and you could say scores it, but to be fair, it's a really good save from Emmy. It's a proper good save, and you can be critical of him, but the guy's not a striker. Like he hasn't got that instinct of Raul or someone like that. Like he's it's just a top save. Like yeah, like it's like Cody's done pretty much everything that you've needed to do. Try and place it in the corner. He's placed it low. He hasn't it's not a decent height for the keeper. He hasn't hit it straight at the keeper. He's tried to place it and he's just got he's just got something there and he's just went wide and yeah, it's a brilliant save and yeah, it was just it had 0-0 written all over it, to be fair. And then I'm pretty sure they had a real good chance right at the end. I think that might have been Contra as well. Contra had a really good chance and he just kind of skied it and yeah, ended 0-0. Again, there's I guess there was some complaints because I remember the game before that they played against Sheffield United and yeah, they looked poor and we just didn't capitalise on that. I've said this loads of times. I've said we could play San Marino, who have 4 wins in their history, and in the first 30 minutes, 45 minutes, we would give them a chance. We would give them what's the word? Yeah, we'd just give them an opportunity. We would give them chances. That's just what we do. We don't play for the opposition. We just play our own game. That's it. We don't play. We don't look at this week and okay, we're going to play West Ham, who West Ham are on really good form. They beat us 4-0 before. We look, okay, we need to change up a little bit. But then when we come to play a Burnley or a Sheffield United or something, we'll be okay, we need to go a bit more attacking at this point. Maybe we play some more attacking wingers, so we push them up or something, or we go for 4 at the back. We don't do that. We play the same system every single week, whatever team we're playing, whether it's Chorley, whether it's City, Liverpool, Burnley. We just stick with the same formation, the same tactics, and yeah, against some teams it'll work great, but against other teams it's just not going to work. And that's just the frustrating thing, to be fair. That's just a really frustrating thing. But yeah, Villa game ended 0-0. It's probably a fair result, but we could have won that. We could have won that. We had chances, but you could say they had chances as well to win it. So that's just the really annoying part of it. I've just realised I've disabled the chat for some reason. I don't know why. Yes. But yeah, that's pretty much what happened, and we move on to the last game of the month, which was against Liverpool. Our most recent one. 15th of March, losing 1-0 in the end. And you know what? I've got to say, we were pretty good. The first half especially, which is something that I've never really seen from us before. We was actually pretty good. We was actually going for it. We was actually going for the ball, and we actually seemed like we wanted to win the game for once. We actually seemed like we wanted to take the game to Liverpool, which is exactly what we need to do, because Liverpool aren't good at the moment. Yeah, they're Premier League holders and that stuff, but they're not a good team. They're really not good. And we should have had a penalty in the first 10 minutes whenever that foul was on Semedo. I've no idea what Alisson's doing. It's a clear foul, and if that's anywhere else on the pitch, it's a free kick, so it should be a penalty in the end. Yeah, I thought the referee was really good for Liverpool. They're man of the match, in my opinion. Really good. But no, it was was it Craig Pawson? I need to check this. I'm pretty sure it was, wasn't it? Actually, can't even remember, to be honest. Whoever it was. Yeah. Will it tell me on here? I don't know if it will. I'm pretty sure it was Craig Pawson, maybe. Um, Honestly, but whoever the referee was, you'll know who it is. But the referee for that game, yeah, just awful. Um, but we actually played really well in that first half, which has actually been a first half which I've really enjoyed to watch. But the only problem is we just didn't, when we had chances come our way, we just didn't take them. Like, I remember we had a really good chance, but Semedo's on the end of it, and he's our right back. Like, we're getting these good opportunities, but just our clinical players aren't on the end of them. You could say the same for the Villa game. Like, our our two biggest chances, we had both of our defenders on them, Sace and Cody, and you could say the same for the Liverpool game. Our two biggest, our biggest threats, you had Semedo on the end of it, and even for the Man City game, um, our biggest chance of scoring, we scored it, but it was with Cody, our defender, like who's like that's his maybe third goal for Wolves in what 5-6 years he's been here. Um, our big chances aren't falling to our front line or our strikers or our forwards. They're just not falling to them, and I don't know if that's a problem with with the formation or the system. I don't know, but they're just not falling to the plays we need them to fall to. They're falling to our defenders who aren't clinical, who aren't used to scoring goals and aren't used to putting chances away like that. So it's just frustrating. And again, I haven't really mentioned any of our plays individually, but I thought Neto was. I think Neto's been he hasn't been poor, but he's been like just off it for last definitely this month. He's just been off it for a little bit, and you could say it's been a bit of fatigue. I don't know, but the guy's 21 and he's pretty much carrying our team, so you can't blame him because he's our best player this season. And Adama as well. Again, he gets chances. He can do things in a game, but like that Liverpool game again, it just frustrates me so much. Like, Adama can be a good player. Is he right now? No, he's not a good player. Um, like he's the most frustrating player I've ever watched. Like, I remember he does the really hard bit. He beat about three players. He got really well. We was on the edge of their area. It was just a simple 4 yard pass to Neto he had to do, and he'd be like, "Okay, you've done something really good there." And he just put so much on it, and or actually I can't remember if he puts really much on it, or he just passes it straight to the defender. It was either one or two, but he loses it anyway. A simple like 4 or 5 yard pass to Neto, and he's been like, "Okay, you've done really well there, Dharma." But he just gives it away, and it's just so frustrating to watch, and it's just so jarring. And if we are looking to sell him for 30 million, and you know what, I'd take 30 million for Dharma right now. But again, he's one of them players where he can do like so many good things, and he could get you out of so many like tight positions. Like, if we're on the back foot and we're like struggling, and you give it to him, he can. If it's 1-on-1, then he's got him every single day of the week. But we don't get him in them positions, and you could say that the system isn't really made for him in a way. And yeah, everyone talks about the no goals and no assists for him this season, or in the Premier League anyway. And yeah, that's the main thing you look at. Like, we can all say someone's a good player, and if buts are maybes, but the main thing to look at for a forward player especially is how many goals he's scoring, what kind of chances is he creating, how many assists has he got. Like, that's the main stat that's people worry about at the moment, and it's fair. Like, we need to look at that, and we've got to be honest. He hasn't scored, he hasn't made an assist, and he just hasn't been good at all this season. He has 5 minutes, 10 minutes of good things in a game, but it doesn't really lead to anything. The best thing he's done this season is probably score that goal against Palace in the FA Cup, which eventually got us through in that tie, beating them 1-0, and it was a really good goal. And again against the one against Leeds, again it was he went on a really good run. He had the shots, but again in the end it didn't go down as his goal because it was an own goal. But yeah, but yeah, I should say their goal came literally right at the end. Um, I can't remember who gave it. Someone gave it away. I can't remember who, and I was like, "Please, just don't score now." And it's typically right on half time where we had probably one of our best first halves of the season. Maybe probably the Sheffield United was better when it was 2-0 up, but yeah, yeah, I can't remember who gave it away. It might have been Jose, to be honest. Yeah, someone gives it away, and they break, and it was gonna be Jota, wasn't it? Like it was written in the stars. It was gonna be him, and again, it was a poor shot. Like Rui should be doing better. I guess maybe he was caught off guard. He might have thought he was going to the far post. He went near post, but again, it's your near post. You need to do better than that. Um, but yeah, it was frustrating. It was really frustrating going 1-0 down in at half time. But to be honest, I was disappointed, but I wasn't really like angry with it because we was playing well. We was playing really well, and like I said, it's one of the best first halves we've played in a game in a game, and yeah, it was frustrating, but you know normally we're better in second halves, and um, again we had chances, but we're just not clinical. We can't take chances. Like none of our players are clinical. You could say Neto is the only one that is, but again he had an off day. He just wasn't playing well. He just wasn't really getting the ball much either. Um, but yeah, it was I don't know. I just didn't feel like we properly capitalised on that really good first half that we had. Um, as you can see, we had 10 shots. We had 5 on target. Liverpool had 12, 4 on target. We had more possession. We had more passes. Our pass accuracy was better. We gave them out more fouls, but yeah, we actually we played well. We played really well, but and you know what? I wasn't really mad at the performance, um, because we played. Yeah, we lost, but we played well, and we actually went for a game. Which, if we're gonna do that more often, and we still lose games, you know, I'm not gonna be mad. I'm not gonna be angry because that's what we want to see. Like what we're seeing now, well, what I've seen the last few weeks is we're playing bad football and we're losing games. So it's just not going to do well. If we was playing bad football and winning games like we was maybe last season, then you can't complain. You're winning games. You're getting 3 points. You're moving up the table. You can't complain. But at this point, we're playing poor, and we're not getting results. We're not getting results. And yeah, we've had a lot of unlucky moments, and we've had a lot of serious injuries, which we'll get onto soon about Rui. But yeah, it's just like that's what I want to see more of. Like that's what I want to see more of. Again, against West Ham as well, who West Ham are a good team. I really like West Ham. They've got a solid foundation. That midfield is like Lingard, Rice, and Soucek is dangerous. By the way, but yeah, a team like West Ham, they're good, but go with them. Like they're a good team, but on us on our day can beat anyone. We have the players to beat anyone. We just need to take the handbrake off, take the leash off, and just let them go. Let them express themselves because they're just too rigid in the formation and the solutions. First time I said it, 28 minutes in, I've said solutions. So world record maybe, but yeah, yeah, it's. I just want to see more of that. I was like satisfied with it. Like at the end of the game, I was like, it's been good. Like apart from the result wise, the performance has been good. Again, our standards are really low anyway, so just anything better than what we've been seeing is a positive, and it was good. I was disappointed that we lost the game because I think we deserved a draw at least from that game. Again, we should have. The penalty was. I mean, it's a clear penalty. Let's be honest, it's a clear penalty. I've even seen Liverpool fans saying it's a clear penalty, and again, the referee was just like the referee was poor. Thiago was getting away with so much. It was like unbelievable. Like I remember every single foul in the first half. It panned to Thiago, and how he didn't get a yellow card earlier. It's just it's just unreal. And then one of our players, it might have been Sace or something, or Bolly. The first tackle he makes in the game, yellow card. Like you need to be consistent with it. Like you need to be even. And yeah, yeah, but you can't blame him on the referee. He was just poor all round. And VAR as well. I don't know why there was not checking. There was not going to check that, because it's like it's a penalty. Like it's a penalty, but yeah, not going to gloat on that too much. Yeah, 3 games of March. Got an international break now, which I mean, guess we'll give some people a break, but not really. Also, I forgot about then. Talking about Rui. Obviously, it's been a couple of days now. He's posted on his Instagram that he's okay and well, and he's looking good. He doesn't really look like he's got like a massive like bruise or anything. Like I saw a picture when it first happened, and like the bruise was like massive. But yeah, how he came about. Again, when it happened, I didn't really know what happened. I don't think anyone did, but what happened was they went through on goal, and was it Salah? Yeah, it was Salah. He went through, scores it, but it was offside in the end, and he was offside. And I think Cody maybe goes to jump over him or something like that, and catches him with his knee in his head, and people are going on about whether, you know, this rule with the offside rule, whether you should put it up straight away. And I've said this from the very start. Like I've said it from the very start. When this first rule came in, I was like, this is like a terrible idea. That we like, who knows what can happen like after something like that. There could be a serious injury or anything like that, and we've seen it today. And it wouldn't surprise me by next season they'll be like, oh, okay, we're gonna scrap this offside, like wait until play's over for the offside flag to go up. But I wouldn't be surprised if they're like, okay, we're gonna change it now, where it's like where we're gonna do it like we used to straight away. Like, it would not surprise me if they change it, because like the Jimenez one, straight away, they've like straight after the game, we've changed it now. It wouldn't surprise me at all. And yeah, it has something to do with that, definitely, because if they hear the whistle straight away or they see the flag go up, then Cody stops, and in the end he wouldn't have collided with Rui. So yeah, it would have stopped it, definitely. It definitely would have stopped it, because Cody would have slowed down and been like, okay, and he wouldn't have to like jumped over him, or he wouldn't have got as close to Rui as he did. But yeah, it was yeah, I really hope Rui's okay. He seems to be recovering well. I saw that he was named in the Portugal squad. I don't know if he's doing the same as Raul, and he might just go there to train, get a bit of new scenery. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure he wouldn't play in them games. But yeah, hopefully he's okay. We saw John Ruddy come on for the last 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes. Well, the most of injury time, which is like 7 minutes or whatever. Again, didn't have much to do, but I'm guessing we might see Ruddy in goal for at least the first game back after the international break. I don't think Rui would play in that game. I could be wrong. He could be absolutely fine, and he could be raring to go. But I don't know. I don't know if I'd risk playing him. Like, I'd maybe play Ruddy for the one game, see how Rui is after that, and yeah, just see how it goes. But yeah, I wouldn't risk him for that, because we don't know what can happen. Just giving him a few weeks of rest. It's kind of not perfect, but it's kind of good that we got this international break straight after. Give him a little bit of a break. But yeah, again, something else I wanted to talk about quickly was Willian Jose, because there's been a lot of controversy about him, and we're looking to sign him on a smaller fee, around like 12 million, I believe. Which for 12 million, I think, yeah, it'll be okay, yeah. But again, you could say his link-up play is good, but at the end of the day, the stats people look at is how many goals he's scoring, what assists has he got. Like that's the main thing people look at, and he's played 9 games now, I think. 0 goals, 0 assists. He's just like, I don't know. Like I believe if he's just not like having shots in games. I believe if he was having a decent amount of shots in games, whether it's 2, 3 shots in a game, he would have got a couple of goals by now. But I don't know if it's just he hasn't gotten the same wavelength as Neto and Adama at the moment, or he's just or it's the system or something, or I don't know. He's just not getting shots at all. Like I can't even remember the last time he had a goal. Like, I don't think he had one against Liverpool. Against Villa, I feel like he might have had one, but it was blocked, and it's hard to call it a shot. But and then in the City game he didn't even play, so it's just not having shots. Like it's not even like you could say with Silva, he's getting the chances when he's coming on, but he's just not scoring them. Where Jose, he's not even having shots in games. Like I don't know. Like it's hard to pick because you could say, oh yeah, William Jose, his link up play is really good, and you could say the wingers play better with Jose playing. You could say that, but again, he's a striker and he's not having shots on goal, and he's not doing any of that. But you could say when Silva comes on for the last 15-20 minutes, he's getting in the positions, he's having chances, but he's not scoring the goals. He's not putting it past the keeper. So it's like we're in this weird position where we can, both of them have these like advantages, but they also have these really bad disadvantages as well. So we just can't pick one. Like out of them two options, like I don't know. Let me know what you lot think in the comments down below. Would you sign him for the 12 million, 10 million, whatever it's going to be? Would you sign him? Personally, I don't. It's a discussion about all of our loan players. Aït-Nouri, Vitinha as well. The only one I'd probably sign is Aït-Nouri probably, because I feel like I've seen the most out of Aït-Nouri. Defensively he's not good, but I guess we've been saying the same. It's kind of like what we've been saying about Vinagre, where like it seems like a very similar player. And it could end up exactly the same as Vinagre, which wouldn't be good. But I think Aït-Nouri is one of the ones where, again, he looks like a Vinagre type of player. But again, I can also see Aït-Nouri going into another team or going to PSG or somewhere like that and just ripping it up and doing really well. And it could be like a Pedro Goncalves where he's like ripping it up in another league and we're like, oh, there's another one let go. I'd say the only one I would keep at the moment is probably Aït-Nouri. But again, I'm not 100% sure on him. It's a difficult one. Again, let me know if you would sign any of the three. Let me know. But yeah, it's difficult, man. It's difficult. Vitinha, we just haven't seen like. Yeah, I think he played 200 minutes this season, and he's looked good. So like he's looked okay. Like it gives us that a bit different. It gives us that something different about him. But yeah, I don't know. It's difficult to see. It's difficult to see. But now it's like what do we do now? We've got actually let's have a look at our next games in April. We'll have a look. Okay, so just at Liverpool. Our next game is against West Ham, the 5th of April. Well, we've got West Ham, Fulham, Sheffield United, and Burnley. Now, I mean, we could get 6 from them games. Actually, no, we should be getting like 9 from them games. I'd say West Ham are a good team, so I'm kind of writing that one off at the moment because anything from that I would say is a plus. A draw from that is a big plus. But Fulham, Sheffield United, Burnley all blow us, or you could say Fulham were the best out of them, best out of a bad bunch. You could say Sheffield United. Honestly, we need to be beating Sheffield United because I was watching that game against Leicester. That's playing. Honestly, one of the worst teams I've seen. They look so bad. It's like, yeah, with Paul Heckingbottom, if he's still there, if Paul Heckingbottom's still in charge while we're playing them, then we need to go for them because they look so bad. That game against Leicester, that was awful. And Burnley, I don't know. Burnley are Burnley. We just don't do well against teams like that. Yeah. I'd say maybe 7 to 9 points. 7 to 9 points out of them 4 games, I'd be happy with. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I think to be fair, we need out of our last couple of games, we'll probably need what maybe a win, 2 more wins, and then we're pretty much safe at that point. And then we've got a few games left of the season. Does Nuno change it? Go for something different? Does he try the back four again? Or do we see players like Gibbs White come in? I don't know, but or do we see Vitinha play more and stuff like that? But I would like to see them both play. If you watched last episode, or if you know me, then you'll know that I know it's a very it's not a popular opinion, but I like Gibbs White and he needs to be playing more. And I thought for the 10 minutes he was on against Liverpool, he was good. Again, it's 10 minutes, so you can't judge him on that. But he was okay. He was okay, but he is a good player, and we need to be playing like Vitinha more. We need to be playing these players more, and hopefully, if we get a couple of wins in this month, hopefully we can see these players like Gibbs White, like Vitinha, like Otazari, Aït-Nouri and Hoover. Hopefully, we can see more of these players, even Kilman as well. Hopefully, we can see more of these players, so we'll be safe. We haven't got anything to play for. Maybe a few million, the higher we finish in the position. But I just want to see more from it. And hopefully, in this month, we can just secure relegation, because we're not going to be in a relegation fight anyway, I don't believe. Because our running is very favourable. Even after this month, we've still got some very winnable games. So you could see in May we've got West Brom, we've got Brighton, and then you could throughout our last 3 games, Tottenham, Everton, and Man United that's gonna be tough. But yeah, out of our last 6 games, last 5-6 games, we could be getting 4 points out of them if we really go for them. But I just know Wolves. I know we won't get 4 points out of that. Points out of them. Yeah, this season is just a bit of a write off, and hasn't gone well to what we've wanted, I guess. And hopefully next season, with a pre-season under our belt, we can go to that back four again. Because trying to play a back four, trying to train a back four halfway through a season when we've been playing a back five for the past 3 years, it was just never going to end well, was it? So yeah, hopefully recruitment could be good next season. Hopefully have a good season. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on the last 3 games of this month, and let me know on the next 4 games. Is it? Yeah, the next 4 games of April. But yeah, I apologise. It's been a bit of a mess at the moment. For some reason, live comments are turned off, which I'm gonna have to sort out. I don't know why. Yeah, I was supposed to be doing the FIFA career mode, but there was an update and it was taking so long, so I've done this. I'm doing a monthly moment, so yeah, I've done one of them, and I just kind of quickly put a thumbnail together, which wasn't very good, but we're here now. But yeah, so let me know everything we've talked about in this episode, and anything you want to bring up, then happily I'll get to him and reply, and I'll see him. But yeah, if you enjoyed, make sure you like and subscribe. It will really help me a lot. As you can see, my Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, all that good stuff. Don't know what that noise was. But yeah, all that good stuff. And yeah, I appreciate you all watching. Again, make sure you like, subscribe, turn notifications on. More videos coming soon. I'll have a career mode out, I think Monday, probably. I'll probably have one out Monday, and then maybe a Minecraft one Wednesday, I think. But yeah, stay tuned around 10 a.m. either Monday, Wednesday, or Friday. Just come here and you'll see them. And hopefully, I'm trying to get more like real life videos done. So yeah, stick around. I appreciate you all watching. Stay home, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.